mechanic. I just thought the kids were
Hello?
having some great ideas.
They are. They were. The syndicate was going crazy. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Orsak narrative universe. My name is Josh Orsak, and I'm here with the Reptilius Sanctus game, which I just realized I don't have my photos, so I'm going to be putting that in. As I do this, we are going to do some recap of some stuff that's happened over the last few weeks, because Reptilius has gone through some changes. First and foremost, the most important thing that happened is the town of Lucky Break was attacked by something called the Father Starter. The Father Starter was a cancerous part of the Mother Starter network that was put in place accidentally by the Anti-Human League tried to put a piece of the Mother Starter in place in order to take control of the town. So they captured Bob, who is the magical being that acts as kind of the town's AI, and they replaced it with the Mother Starter. But the Mother Starter was infected by these beings that were holdovers from what we call the Villains War. Manifestations of a being known as the Shadow of God. These beings corrupted that piece of the Mother Starter, which, let's face it, in some ways doesn't need much corrupting to begin with. And thus the Father Starter was born. The Father Starter was this terrible creature that turned a lot of the city into essentially zombies, attacked everybody, and Reptilius Sanctus got some help from a person known as Till Knock Snagglemouth. They and an individual known as Psyop got together and defeated the Father Starter and brought Bob back. Bob fused with the original part of the Mother Starter that was there, and Father Bob was born. Father Bob went on to become the first of the space gods, a new category of god that stands above all other pantheons and above all other gods except a select few. And these gods are now led by the god Mac and Cheese, or the Great MC, as I like to call him sometimes. And this collection of gods was brought together under the auspices of a squad game which was dedicated to destroying a group of gods that had plagued the game for a while. Those gods were destroyed, and a kind of energy vacuum was created that needed to be filled. And so the beings that were there, very powerful heroes, got to deign and decide who were going to be these supreme gods. As they did that, the words of Reptilius Sanctus lifted up, and by the Father Bob's power, the space gods were born. The space gods are now one of the supreme powers in the multiverse, and therefore, people who worship the space gods are popping up everywhere. Everybody across the plains is worshiping the space gods and starting to call themselves the space priests and the space church. So quickly, the Reptilius Sanctus space priest is no more. He is now Reptilius Sanctus space bishop. Thank you, Planet 8HD, for subscribing. I appreciate you so very much. That's so nice of you. So you are now Reptilius Sanctus space bishop. People are reaching out to you from across the plains, but you still have a flock, a fold, a community to take care of here, and your church is bigger than ever, sir. You, Reptilius Sanctus space bishop, are quickly on your way to becoming what you always wanted to be, which is Reptilius Sanctus space pope. Is that a good recap? Is there anything you think I missed?
I think that's pretty much all of it.
The arising of the space gods after the destruction of the gods of chaos. The organization around the prayers of one single prayer under the influences of the first space god, Father Bob, created as a result of the encounter with the Father Starter. So, you wake up in the morning, calls coming in, contacts from across the plane, magical contacts, everybody looking for advice and direction. What do you want to do as you wake up in the morning? Reptilius Sanctus, Space Bishop. This is amazing! I'm so happy For the first time in my life, I'm happy. It feels like everything's happening for us.
No, I was going to say the same thing, Wally, but we can't let the fame go to our head.
Okay.
Or the new fancy title.
Okay. Well, don't worry. I'm the same self-loathing person I always was. It's all balanced out in me now.
Ah, fantastic, Wally. Now the question is, I don't know where quite to start with so many people looking for our help.
I mean, I think we still gotta deal with the Anti-Human League. And that's our beginning.
You know, I seem to remember running into the leader, or whatever, the guy running for the mayor, or whatever, that fateful day.
If you remember, whenever I
Oh yeah,
overthrew
sir.
the
Do I remember? I've just spent the last. His name is Johnson McCarrick.
Johnson McCarrick?
One of the chief magistrates of the city, and the author of the originalist doctrine, the law that they're trying to pass, where only those who are descended from the original founders of the realm are able to vote or hold office.
So his name is Johnson McCarrick. He's one of the chief magistrates in Lucky Break, and he's like the head guy for the AHL, right? Or he's like they're in, basically.
Yes, that's right. Well, yeah, you know he's secretly the leader of the AHL. He is the true leader. The official head, as far as you can tell, is a minotaur, known as only as Beast.
The official
that's
leader
what,
of the AHL?
He is the official head. He's the person people see. But you know that McCarrick is likely to be a more important head, a hidden figure, a person who is more secretly and more directly and more politically ruling over this little kingdom they've created across worlds.
And if I remember correctly, didn't he had something nice to say? I can't remember what exactly he said to me. But
oh yes, he said anything you need.
You know, Wally, we could go talk to that guy, Johnson McCarrick.
I spent a good part of today going over all of our old games to get this. When you asked if that moment was the most important, maybe the most important moment for this game that happened. So for people who don't, during the attack of the Father Starter, people could find sanctuary within the church, and one of them was the secret head of the Anti-Human League, which Reptilius Sanctus has been opposing, a magistrate named Johnson McCarrick. So, that's
I'm hesitant to go to him for like too much. I don't want to go to him and expose myself as an enemy of the AHL, even though I already kind of am. But
I mean, they already know. This needs to be taken care of one way or the other. You need to find out where you stand. If you don't go to them, I'm gonna metagame a little bit here. If you don't go to them, I was gonna have them come to you anyways.
That's fair, because I guess
that's what was gonna happen in this game. Yes, you at least have to know where you stand.
That's fair, because I'm trying to. Yeah, that's fair. I was trying to walk the line of they know that we're not friends, but they don't know I'm coming after them. But I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think
they know you're coming after them, sir. If they didn't before, they know it now with everything that's been going on. Now the good news is that in this city, their stock has fallen a lot. The AHL has lost a lot of power as a result of what happened. The bad news is that their power across the plains is through the roof because Grog is advertised as endorsing the AHL.
God damn it.
Everywhere.
I
don't know if you got to see the Tilnok game, but it was a whole thing from Xenorphus because everybody is talking about the heroes that y'all saved Lucky Break, which is a big deal. Very important prime material plane. But these heroes, these non-human heroes, none of them human, who are supposedly associated with the Anti-Human League, they saved the time plane itself. And so, some of that's going on.
Yeah, we're going to need to do something about that eventually. But, for now, I'll go try to talk to Johnson McCarrick.
Yay! Road trip!
Load up the car, Wally. Let's go.
Anything you want to do as you travel to meet said McCarrick?
I'll I have that cosmic egg. I'm gonna pray over the egg again and see if anything is. I don't know if I'm get a different feeling at all since last time or anything like that.
I kind of give you an idea of what it does, right?
Yeah, you
cosmic
said
seed.
eventually it'll hatch into a being of cosmic significance, or I can use it to become a cosmic seed manipulator.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's either going to become a cosmic being, which just kind of means the same thing in the sense that it is a cosmic seed. So it's going. You're either going to give birth to what a cosmic seed give birth to, or you're going to become a cosmic seed manipulator.
Yeah, that's cool.
You're lawful good, aren't you?
I think I'm neutral good, but
neutral good.
I'm,
Okay, that's right.
I'm neutral good. Yeah.
Yeah, neutral good.
I
That's
guess.
right.
I feel like neutral good.
You are. That's what you. I just needed to remember what you established at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think the way you played it, you could have made an argument that you're either neutral good or lawful good, but
Agreed.
I just needed to be reminded because someone in the chat was asking. That's all.
No, that's fair. It's a tough line to walk too, because like either way, you're usually out for good most of the time. But
yes,
I feel like good is the most important thing to Reptilius, so he's just neutral good as opposed to lawful good for that reason.
Okay. As y'all travel along, so you want to see if you get anything deeper from the cosmic seed. Roll your wisdom.
Reroll stack crit fail, thankfully. Oh my god, and I crit.
Two best skills of the game: reroll stat crit fail and improve stat crit.
Dude, honestly, yeah, especially if you have a lot of 19s or 18s, you might as well take reroll stat crit fail. You know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, you should always take it. It really, the amount of times when it should not matter as much as it does is the truth.
No.
Okay, sir. In that case, you know what kind of being it's going to be. It's going to be a new space god, right there in your hands.
Shit.
Number 12. Number 12 is in your hands.
Let's put number 12 in all caps.
That's right.
This space god. That's all I need to know.
That's right.
Number 12, baby.
That's awesome. It's a new space god right there. As you travel along, you see a group of the shadow beasts. So the shadow beasts have left the area that surrounds the old temple, and they have become a problem in parts of town. You see a group of them attacking some people in the streets right now. Happens from time to time recently. You've been hearing about this, and it's a problem. Now they're handleable. Authorities will be coming, but right now people are in danger. You want to have a little fun? And he dials his he's changed all of his symbols on his dial-a-god hammer to space gods, and he dials up Father. He dials up Father Bob.
Well, go on, show them what you got.
Oh, you want to go with me? I thought we'd do this together. You know.
Oh, I'm coming. I kind of want to see what that new hammer of yours does with those new settings.
Can I come?
Sure, Ola.
Thank you. I wanted to practice. As you head out to y'all get out park the car, get out, you're heading that direction. An image appears in front of you of a brownie in a priest's outfit going. Hey, are you Reptilius Sanctus?
Yes.
I have a few questions about your. My name is Burp, and I'm starting my own space church, and I wanted to reach out and see if you could answer a few questions about organization, and particularly about how you run your fundraising campaigns, because we're trying to get some seed money off the ground, or see if you might want to help us out.
No, you see, I don't actually usually ask for too many donations. I'm actually quite poor. It's not a very lucrative industry.
How do we do this without being poor? It's not that I'm opposed to. I mean, I am opposed to it. So I really just want to pick your brain. Do you have a few minutes? This kind of magic was actually quite expensive, and as I said, I'm trying to make money a little bit, so the church can grow. And I need. I mean, we don't even have a building right now. It's really tough on Sigil, you know.
Can we perhaps set up a meeting for another time? I'm a little busy at this moment.
Well, see, the problem is that I kind of, like I said, the magic's expensive. It's not like I can come get to you, deconvergence and all that. You really don't have any time right now? Come on, Reptilius! One of them's larger than the ones we fought before, and I think it's got claws coming out of its back. This is awesome!
I have intuition. This guy seems like he's just trying to make money off of the.
He is
off
not.
religion.
No, not at all, sir. You have to.
Really?
There's no way a church runs without fundraising. It doesn't exist.
Okay, that's fair.
He's not trying to make money at all, and
Okay.
it is not. It is certainly there is something wrong with pastors getting rich off of their flock. That is there's one would make a case that that's a problem. But that isn't the same as saying that a person who's trying to, start something like this should necessarily be poor. And incidentally, sir, your character is not poor.
No.
You don't have a lot of money points. But you live in a high-rise, in a pretty nice place.
It was more of like a mega-church attempt to, this thing just blew up and he's going to try to capitalize on. To be honest, I'm always worried about, brownies or any sort of beings like that show up and start talking about money.
You should be.
Stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, if this guy seems genuine, I'll,
You gonna stop and talk?
Can I drop a bless for him?
Yeah, you can. Is that what you just drop a bless and go?
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Listen, I am busy, but you do seem like a good guy, so...
Roll your charisma.
I made it.
Failed your error rate.
Can I drop a second bless?
Huh?
Can I drop a second one?
You can, but the error rate goes up if you try to do the exact same thing the exact same time. That's established in the class.
I don't know how else. I guess I might as well. Is there any use in trying a miracle here?
Sure.
Yes.
But the error rate's worse.
Yeah, we'll drop the miracle to see what happens.
Okay. Oh man, guess you made it. So you dropped the miracle, and wow, thank you so much, man. I can feel things are gonna happen for us. I know it. Look at the light above me. The space gods, they're here, and they're going to help us.
May we stand above you, my son. Good luck.
Y'all,
wait for me.
Come on.
Start running after Wally.
Y'all get up, and there's 3 of these creatures. They look like wolf-like in shape, but jet black, and one of them does have extra arms and claws coming out. Roll for initiative against these creatures, sir. There's 4 of them. Whew, you got it. Ah! Wally lifts up in the air and does a mountain-crushing whirlwind attack. He jumps up high and spins it around. Father Bob, guide my hand! Oh, we made X. Crit they go! What? He spins it around and they fly back from the power of his, and you see light appear and they look kind of it looks a little bit like electricity, but smoother, not as sharp an arc go out as Father Bill's as Father Bob's blessing is indeed visited upon the hammer as he travels it around.
Well, that's all.
It's your turn.
I mean, how badly damaged do they look at this point?
I mean, they're still robust, but they've taken some damage. I mean, they're not, it's hard to tell with them because they're basically living shadow. So it's not like you can see blood or broken bones. You see from their reactions that they've taken some kind of damage, but that's it. You can't really that's a detriment to trying to fight something like this. It's hard to gauge exactly how much damage you've done.
Okay, that's fine. Let's I'm just gonna pray to. It's probably just Father Bob, because I feel like if I pray to mac and cheese, it's just going to be a giant... I feel like there's going to be a lot of collateral damage, more likely.
Yes, sir. Yes. You mean the god that tends to come and answer prayers by firing orbital lasers? Yeah. Yes, that would be collateral damage. Yeah, that would be collateral.
Rid these beasts from your city.
And I'll just pray to Father Bob.
Okay. Roll your charisma, sir.
No shit. Another 20. I crit. Oh my.
You
Dude, I'm on fire right now, bro.
What? You bring your staff down, and an arc comes from the temple all the way around and lands on your staff. As the light comes out, the Cuddlefish like raises his hands and like gathers the energy into him and redirects it, and Wally takes that same energy, whips it up in his hammer and spins it around, firing it to all directions, and the three of y'all together embody this like almost for lack of a better word, Trinitarian effect, and that kind of mathematical, symbolic, semiotic power increases the blessing itself, and the like light fills the area, and the creatures are gone, leaving only dust in their wake. That was the coolest thing ever.
It was actually really cool, not gonna lie. Well done, everyone.
And everybody comes out and they're clapping. Humans and non-humans alike are cheering and clapping, and they're like, Space Pope, Space Pope, Space Pope, Space Pope. It has a good ring to it.
It does.
We're not there yet, though.
No, I'm only a lowly bishop, but soon, everyone, soon.
And they crowd around and start kissing your ring as well.
Oh, thank you.
Eventually I will leave, but I'll kiss the ring first.
A pretty good set of actions, sir. I like that. That's how you solve a problem. You get back in the car. Wally has a giant smile on his face. Life is so good. I'm so happy.
I've never seen you so happy, Wally.
I know, because I've never been so happy.
That's good.
And
y'all
make it.
You did well.
Oh, Thank you. Get involved. It's cool.
Thank you. Anything you want to do is y'all continue on to the magistrate's office, sir.
No, I'll just chat with the guys about how well they did. Make them feel good.
Okay. Y'all make it to the magistrate's office. Why, hello, if it isn't the, she has her beard. It isn't the, space priest. Or should I call you bishop now?
You should. Thank you. I appreciate the attention to detail.
McCarrick. He's here. Well, Reptilius Sanctus, it is a pleasure to see you again. Come on in.
Johnson, it is good. I'm happy to see you made it out okay.
Oh, thanks to you, my family and I are indeed well.
Good.
Excuse me. And he pushes a rune, and like a strange light fills the area. And he moves his head, and his head becomes that of a goat. Well, it is time that we lay it all out there, isn't it, Reptilius? Last time you came, I was doing the entire disguise. I am one of the only of my kind who was able to, my ancestors were indeed one of the founders, but not what they appeared to be, as you can imagine, as you can see. Reptilius Sanctus, it is time for us to talk straight. I am the true power behind the Anti-Human League. The beast is a convenient figurehead, a devoted follower, and an effective fighter. But it is I who call the tune. He is simply the paid piper, so to speak. Of course, there is one that is rising that may be a challenge to my power. Everybody has heard of General Winter, and I will have to deal with that eventually. The same way I dealt with Xenorphus when he was trying to vie for more position than was due him. But I alone, rule the Anti-Human League. You probably by now have some awareness that we are in league with the Myconid King, and that it is he who has backed us magically. It is he who allows us to travel, despite the deconvergence at breakneck speed, being able to use the Mother Starter network. And I imagine that the Myconid King and those behind him believe themselves to be in control. They are not. I am in control. It is I, and I alone, who run this organization. And when it is if it becomes time, then I will remove the Myconid King from the equation if need be. But I don't think it will be needed. The Myconid King, the Fairy Queen, they all play an important role in the new upcoming order. The rise of your space gods, which I imagine you must have had some knowledge of, is proof that the time of mankind is ending. We who are greater, infused with the power of magic, with the most advanced type of genetic blessing, must take our place at the head of all tables. I owe you my life. A mistake in the use of my power nearly destroyed me. I am not the first person to have such a story, but it was not so because of you. And so, I have come to deal straight with you, and hopefully have you deal straight with me. I believe that there is a place for you in the coming political order. You have brought us further in a single act, in a single stroke, than we could have ever thought possible. Having these non-human gods at the head, above and beyond even the most well-known of pantheons. Our stock on the trades is rising. The Non-Human Liberation Front will eventually be brought under our auspices, and honestly, it's not doing much anyways. There is nothing to threaten us, nothing to stop us. The downturn in popularity we have received here locally as a result of the unfortunate happenings with the Father Starter pale in comparison to the gains we've made, both politically, in terms of marketing and more, over the last few months. We are poised to rule it all. We want you to be a part of us, to be a part of what we are. We want you, and we want the Space Church to be the official religious arm of our new political order. And you will be truly the Space Pope.
I appreciate your candor, Johnson, and I appreciate you, as you say, laying it all out and being straight with me, as, of course, I will be with you. But you do understand that I cannot back any sort of violent methods or means, and unfortunately your organization does partake in those things.
For now, it is necessary. There is no way that the orders set up by mankind are going to be taken down without some level of violence. It has been an unfortunate and necessary step, but when mankind takes its place beneath us, then such matters will no longer be necessary. We will rule justly, righteously, but harshly for those who would stand against us.
You say you would rule justly and rightly, but you say that they will be beneath you. I cannot find those things to equate to what I believe.
What do you believe, Reptilius?
I believe that you and I and our kind, have been kept below the humans for too long. We've been subjugated and treated poorly for almost as long as the planes can remember. But to do the same to the humans, to flip the script, would only prove that we were no better than them. I believe that it is only right that we take our place as equals, to allow ourselves to take our percentage of the multiverse and take our lands, territories, and what is ours, but without putting them beneath the boot, if you will.
That is a naive, short-sighted, and deeply religious conviction. I respect it. But I do not want to come to conflict with you or that organization you're starting. There must be some way in which we can go about our business separately, doing our own thing, as it were. I owe you too much now to commit to a course of action which would destroy you or I, or the organizations that now rely upon us. I understand the expansion of your popularity. I understand that you now represent a force that must be reckoned with. And more than that, you saved my life, and that means everything to me. You saved the life of my children, and that means more than everything. Take it to infinity, extend it to eternity. My gratitude is real, but I cannot deny the only path forward for beings like you and I. I beg you. Fine. You don't want to be a part of us? That's fine. Non-aggression. We will do whatever we do. You do whatever you do. You stay out of our business, we'll stay out of yours.
Could you tell me that you will not be harming peaceful humans? Humans who do not subjugate you or fight back or are violent.
There are no peaceful humans. Humans, in one way or another, are all, at their base, haters of that which we are. Anything that stands outside of their own limited view of beauty. For humans, love incorporates more than just the spirit. Humans believe innately, genetically, spiritually, and they cannot escape this. Humans believe at their most basic level, however much they'd like to deny it, that the outward appearance is an accurate reflection of the inner soul, judged only from their particular point of view. Love, whether it been spoken in terms of a love for humanity, or a love for a friend, or a love for the person that they are mating with, love for them is not blind. It is, as a wise man once said, only selectively nearsighted. These are not my words. These are words of one of their own brilliant writers. It is the truth. And as such, what we look like to them is always going to be what matters most. Reptilius, I cannot tell you there will be no violence. A violence is coming. Oceans of it. But we will be in a position to minimize it by winning quickly. All you have to do is stand by the sidelines. Do nothing. In the aftermath...
You cannot really ask me to do nothing here, Johnson. You know my convictions, you know my beliefs. You understand that I stop and save people. You are one of them. And I cannot stop and watch humans or non-humans die. It is not right.
So then what do you suggest, Reptilius Sanctus? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think I'm going to just sit by and allow you to build an organization which ultimately is going to stand in our way? Do you think I'm going to let you continue to infiltrate our various meetings and destroy them from the inside? What do you think? What do we do then, Reptilius?
Well, your mistake,
because it sounds
Johnson, was to believe that my organization would stand in your way. No, Johnson. My organization is far, far above yours. Levels above even I cannot quite comprehend.
Man, I tell you what, out of game. That's a track to take, sir. Whew! That is amazing. That's then you understand though.
It's basically war with the AHL out of game.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I mean, I don't. But I asked him if he would not kill the uncruel, the non-violent humans, the ones that turn themselves in or whatever, and he basically said he can't because all humans are bad. So like, at that point, I just don't see any way where I can make even in a non-defensive pact, if he's or non-aggression pact, if he's killing innocent humans isn't really a non-aggression pact for me, right? Because my people are still dying.
I mean, it is. It just depends on whether you. I think you've laid out where you're at, and he's laid out where he's at, and I think that there really is no impasse. I think you've got to get ready. I think you and your organization have to get ready for war.
That's
I don't
what
think you've left
as well.
yourself and a very, very a very nasty war, because it's going to be between organizations within the context of society. It's going to be a magical war. He looks at you after you say these words and says these words to you. Even if one's head were to be suddenly cut off, he should be able to do one more action with certainty. With martial valor, if one becomes like a revengeful ghost and shows great determination, though his head is cut off, he should not die. That has been a long-standing declaration of war in the Orsak narrative universe, and it has been made now. Very well. He turns back to you and drops the rune. We know where we stand, Reptilius Sanctus. I will tell you this. Because I cannot bring myself to ignore a kindness done to me. In deference to you, for 1 month, no violent actions will be undertaken within Lucky Break by any of my people. None of them. You have all the time in the world to get out or change your mind. After that, if you stand in our way in any way, shape, or form, I will not hesitate to destroy you and your people if that's what it takes. I'm sorry. Whatever debt I owe to you pales in comparison to the debt I owe to those who have spent their life under the heel of humanity. Good day, sir.
Good day, my friend. I'm sorry we could not reach a better agreement.
And despite all this, I consider you a friend as well. You have, indeed, a good day, Reptilius Sanctus.
I'll give him a nod and walk out.
Sir, you just got a supreme divine gift of Chot. 15,000 channel points. A supreme divine gift of Chot. That was Planet ADHD. And it was amazing. Thank you for that, Planet ADHD. That is that has not been given yet. No one has gotten a supreme divine gift yet, and that's a big deal. Whew! That's crazy. He says, may this assist you in your upcoming war, Reptilius.
Thank you.
Thank
you, my son.
I'll tell you what, sir. If you want to, and I don't think this is necessarily the right thing to do, you can drop that to know what the egg hatches into for sure exactly. But I don't know if you want to use it that way. I'm just telling you.
We'll leave it to chat. Chat, do you have interest in seeing what the new space god will be?
Chat, do you want to know the new space god? Do you want to use that way, or do you want to leave, or whatever?
I'll let ADHD decide. He donated it.
That made it worth it. He said you saying it in voice made it worth it.
I mean, if he wants to see what the new space god is, I'll drop it. I'm down. I'm also down to wait and have it be a surprise. Either way works.
Okay. I think he would probably... He wants you to... It's yours. He said to do as you want.
Perfect.
So,
okay,
we'll
wait
then.
for now. Yeah.
That was awesome. That's great. That got me. Whew.
That was cool.
There's something emotional about that. It's crazy.
It's awesome.
Y'all as you go out, the same kind of magical window that showed up with the one priest earlier, 50 of them show up with people asking you questions instantly. Like, you walk outside of this building, you're on the street, flying cars above you, super modern world, high magical world. 50 people have questions for you from across the plains.
Goodly multiple God, grant me the ability to answer way too many questions at once.
I'll pray and see if he'll he'll help me out here.
Roll your charisma, sir.
Made it.
Nope.
Damn it. It's fine, thank you anyway.
What do you want to say anything in general to them as a group?
Yeah.
Listen, I can't answer you all at once, so why don't you all come together and ask 3 questions? I'll answer each of them and then I'll leave.
Okay. Y'all, it takes an hour and a half standing out here to answer all the questions you have. I gotta see if anything there's small chance, unlikely, but yeah, you're good. Except for that, by the end, Wally's like standing, like sitting on, like there's a brick, flowers growing out of a brick thing that rises up from the ground. You know what I'm talking about? Like a little brick box in front of the place that has some shrubbery in it. He's asleep on it, and with the cuddle thid on his chest. By the time y'all are done.
Come on, Wally.
No. Yeah. Man, that was a long and drawn out set of conversations. I never thought I'd hear people talk about so much about taxes and.
Well, I didn't have much fun if that means anything to you either, Wally.
I mean, of course it means something to me. I want you to be happy. Why wouldn't it bother me that you didn't have fun?
Oh, it's alright, Wally. It's all for the future of the space corps.
I mean, I always want you to be happy.
You know what would make me worry on the way home? Some frozen
You thinking
yogurt.
frozen yogurt? That's what I'm thinking too. It's plenty of time now. It's sun out. Let's go, frozen yogurt.
Yes.
And indeed, the frozen yogurt shop is open. If I rolled like a 5 or less, there would have been no. I would have had it closed still for some random reason. The frozen yogurt shop is open, and y'all. This is great. It's been a good day, except for the hour and a half I just been sleeping on. My back hurts. Ah.
We got some sleep.
Talk under your breath. You got some sleep. Y'all make it back to the church. It is almost time for Vespers. It's Wednesday.
Oh, it is Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll get ready to, I'll go do whatever I gotta do to get ready.
Okay. Place is filled. There are people who are standing outside. It packs the streets. You do not have enough space for all these people. As of right now.
Could I,
it's a problem.
Could I bless to have my voice, even if they can't see me? Or I guess I could try to bless to have like a hologram, but I was just gonna have my voice be able to be heard by anybody who wants
You
to
can
hear
bless so that your voice is heard for sure. Roll your charisma, sir.
I made it.
Failed your error rate.
Bob, I know you can hear me. Mother Bob, please.
I'm just gonna make a general prayer and see what happens, sir.
Just
roll your charisma.
Speakers or something.
Roll your charisma, sir.
I made it.
Nothing.
Superior stat crit's only 2, right? It's not 5. Is it 3?
Right.
It's only 2.
It's 2, sir.
Alright, yeah, I was 1 off. Alright, well.
You're the
Wally, I don't
three. You're gonna invoke the three meme, sir. The three meme is gonna get me. I'm gonna survive this entire life. I'm not gonna lose my mind until someone says the three meme one time too many. For everybody who's listening, superior has always meant 2. So improved is 1, superior is 2. People have constantly argued with me that it should be 1 and 3, which isn't the way it is. And so every time people say, "Are you sure it's not 3?" That is them messing with me. Just so you know, chat, that is him messing with me right now on stream in a way that he knows gets to me.
That's an old one. That's like me and Wyatt first playing.
That is a meme that has never died, sir. I get it in almost all games.
Oh,
I'm just
really?
glad that.
That's
Yes, even the kids know about it and do it sometimes. I'm in constant physical pain. I'm gonna be fine, but someday someone's gonna bring the 3 meme up to me one too many times, and I am going to lose it.
Rip all your hair out.
Too late. What do you want to do, sir? Y'all are back home. What do you want to do about this situation?
I'm giving the Vespers, right? I guess.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, there's too many people.
So, let's see.
This is a real problem, by the way, that some churches that reach fast success actually experience.
Are there any mages in the building that could assist?
That's a good question. There are.
Anybody here drive a white Corolla? Also, if anyone here could help me with this particular situation.
White Corolla. There is an elf mage in the crowd that's willing to help. Oh, of course I can help. Yes, I can cast a spell that will make this place basically a pocket dimension for the period of time. But I suggest getting some upgrades. This is going to be expensive for me, but of course I'm happy to do it for you, Reptilius Sanctus. And you got a boon now too.
Sheesh.
Oh no, because you're a prayer. That's right.
Oh, actually, so shouldn't his previous one have been less? How much the previous one was?
He dropped. You know what, sir? You're right. You're gonna get 2 Supreme Divine boons for his last drop. Drop 2. You get a boon. The mage indeed casts a spell to make the place bigger on the inside, and y'all are able to make. Would you like to make a speech, sir? Do you want to try to encapsulate a sermon?
I can try. I can give a short one. I don't really know how to give a sermon, but it is a space god, so. Yeah, I'll give.
By the way, I'm going to give you a skill called Prayer of Chat. After that.
Oh, that's cool.
So that you can receive the prayer boon specifically.
Nice.
And besides that, obviously the channel points have been dropped, so you get them. Yeah, you can. What do you want to say? Is there anything you want to? Do you want to take over and do a speech, a sermon?
I'll do something short because I don't know what to say long term.
Hit it. That's fine. The short ones are the best, sir.
Coming here today. You have all been through a lot recently with the destruction, terrorizing of this town, and your patronage means more than I can tell you. I have fought to keep this city safe, and I will continue to fight to keep it safe, humans and non-humans alike. The space gods have heard our prayers, they have seen us worship, they have heard our cries, and they have risen to their rightful place as the top pantheon in the plains. And for us, the children of the space gods and their followers, we will continue to grow and thrive among them and below them. And to all our humans out there that are here supporting the non-humans, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The space gods, thank you.
And then some, whatever else is left.
That's awesome, sir. Roll your charisma.
Made it.
Fantastic, sir. People are just nodding their head, giving you, air, fist pump in the air. You can feel it, sir. The spirit moving, over this entire place. The spirit of the space gods.
I'm gonna drop a boon of chat with the speech.
What? What? Okay, sir.
I haven't seen what a boon of chat does yet, and I feel like we all deserve to see what happens.
Okay. A light moves out. Like any boon, it's situational. Sure. A light moves out from you as you speak, and you see like an aura appear around everybody as they shake their head, and you can see momentarily the time of everybody's death above them. You see an image of it, and you see that time extend on, so everybody gets a years of life as you speak. And you can also see people in the crowd. You can mark off people who are part of the Anti-Human League. You see an image, like an image of anarchy over the heads of those that are part of the Anti-Human League. And you see some of them, a lot of them, transform into a star above their head. You see a vision of all of this. You can you pick out people in the crowd who have conditions, things holding them back, even afflictions of demonic natures, and you're able to just wave your hand and remove them. You see all of this all around you, and you can see the space gods like staring over you. It's as if the top of the building disappears, and you see them peering in, some of them shaking their head, some of them turned away, and you get a vision of how this situation is organically unfolding at an incredible rate. You see this vastness, but of like interconnected light between you and all these other churches that are going on at various points across time and space. Everything stops for you as you speak. These are souls that are opening themselves up to you, not just here, but all over the plains. Things are connected in this moment through these beings, and through your simple faith. It is connected in opposition to the Mother Starter Network. A different kind of connection, a new and different way for people to interact with each other across the planar barriers despite the deconvergence. One that isn't controlled, isn't dominated by fear or by pride or by need, but through an idea and a conviction of abundance. The belief that there is enough in the worlds beyond to provide us with what we need. And you also get a sense, however, that there are other people, other beings that are taking advantage of the situation. A different space church, as it were. And you get a sense of shadowy figures standing over that alternative, oppositional force, individual, organization. And you come back to yourself. And it's a gift of yourself. And people get up, and several people come up to you afterwards and tell you how they had given themselves over to the Anti-Human League. And they realized that they had let hate and evil into their heart, and that you had changed their mind in that moment, that your words had carried weight. And many people join the church. They seek out rituals. They want to know how people become a part of the church. And including, is there baptism or something like that? Some action that makes them a part of the church. It is going to be time for you to start thinking about how the structures of this space church work, sir. Not just for yourself, but for other players, because I imagine very quickly we will have clerics and prayers of the space church cropping up in other games. And you need to think about what that shape's going to be. You need to think about making a character sheet.
Yeah, that's
sheet.
what I need to do, yeah. That's something ideally I would like to have your, obviously, help.
Sure, we can do it together. Sure, we can do it together. Yeah, we can do it together, for sure. And that was the greatest sermon you ever gave, which doesn't mean like you're a good sermon giver. I just want to make clear, I wasn't saying that you're bad normally and you're good now. This is just good among a lot of good stuff. That was the pinnacle, man. You touch my heart.
Thank you, Wally. You are truly the greatest friend.
I had hoped that maybe when I was done, though, I wouldn't be human anymore.
You stand tight, Wally. Wally! You do understand that this whole church, what separates us from the AHL, from the hateful beings out there, is that they hate people like you. People
I understand
like you,
that.
who have shown they can be good, and who've shown they can give themselves to us. My greatest follower, my first follower, and my best friend is a human. And that is enough for me to trust your people.
I appreciate you, but you're my people. Only you. In the end, I know that today you declared war against a powerful organization, and that they're not going to let you stand by yourself forever. And that someday, someone's going to have to fight, and that someone's going to be me. And when that happens, we all know where this is probably going to end. What great clerics have existed on the plane that haven't ended in death? Jeremiah Lord's Name Church, Amadeus Church. How many of them? How many? John Stack. Everybody knows these names. None of them survived.
And when that day comes, Wally, you will carry on.
No! It'll never happen. It's me before you, that's for sure. He's right, you know. There's never been a major religious character in the ONU that hasn't ended in death.
I did not know that.
I mean, there might have been one that I'm not thinking of, but they weren't super significant.
Yeah. I mean,
When,
obviously, that it's scary. You know, it's like a, oh god, but it's also, this character goes where he goes. He does what he does. You know.
I'm just telling you that's how the vast majority of powerful clerics end.
That's okay. So, that seems like a fitting ending, honestly, for most clerics, and including.
That's the way it's.
Yes, you know.
Yeah, in the end, when when you're called called to come and die. That's
exactly
pretty common. Now, sir, you deserve a level. You clericked it up, sir. That was the very essence of what it means to play out a cleric, sir.